Hello, good day, and this is Reina. Maayong buntag sa tanan to all my friends there in Agusan, and I'm making this video because I would like people and other friends who wish to come to China to know the common questions asked in an interview. Okay, you have to know these things because at least you will be ready to answer these questions and you will have the idea what you should answer to. So at least I can give you hint and clues for you to answer it really well, or at least you would know what you should answer in these questions. So let's get it started. Number one, they will ask you about your requirements. This is really basic because Chinese agents and employers will ask if you are really ready for the application of the work permit. I do have a vlog about this. It was my first vlog about China. If you want to come here as an English teacher or a subject teacher, at least you do have the idea what you should prepare for this. The first stage of getting a work visa is to apply for work permit, and to do that, the Chinese agents and employer must have all the necessary requirements from you as they apply for your work permit. So number one, again, it is your requirement, so you do have to be ready about it. And if you have never watched my first video, you can check it in my channel, that is from Pinas to China, teacher from Pinas to China. So I hope you could check it out so you will be you will have the knowledge what are the things to prepare. Okay, number two, they will ask you about your salary expectation. As for an English teacher, and if you are a first-time applicant, salary range for us non-natives is from 8,000 to 12,000 RMB, and right now I'm not sure about the figure. It's 1 RMB is equivalent to 7.30 or 25. I'm not really sure about it. So 8,000 to 12,000, that is the salary range for us non-natives. And if you would ask me, Reina, what is non-native? Okay, non-natives are people whose first language or their mother tongue is not English. So it means that since our first language is not English, so we are considered non-natives. Americans, British, Australians, they are considered native English-speaking countries. Thus, the people there are considered native speakers of English. So since non-natives manta, so we have to expect a lower salary, especially if you are a first-time applicant. And you also have to take note that guys, that your salary will also depend on some factors. For example, your educational background, your teaching experience, and if you have TESOL or TEFL certificate, which is also very important for the employers, especially when you teach in China. Third, they will ask you about your preferred city to teach. So when I was asked about, Reina, which city would you prefer to teach? So I did answer that I'm not very keen on which city would I teach, because I think I am easily adaptable and I am up to the challenge of teaching students across all ages, and every city is fine for me. That was my answer. I did answer that because I am a first-time applicant, so I cannot choose really which part of China I can teach. As long as they can give me a work visa, that is the most important for me to work legally here. So in your case, it also depend on your preference. If you would like to try the snow, you would like to try or experience the chilly weather and make a snowman during the winter, then you can try the north. Or if you would like to have the Pinas feel, so you can try the southern part of China, and you can check on the map on Google these cities in the north and in the south. As for me, I'm in the middle part of China. There is snow, and the summer is also very hot, so it's like I'm in between the two places, the north and the south. So I'm in the middle of China. Okay, the next one is they will ask also about the age group you can teach. Can you teach young kids like 3 years old, like kindergarten level, primary, high school, or for training centers, can you teach adults? Okay, I had an experience on the adults and the young kids, and now I'm teaching high school students, so it's really challenging, and for me the experience was really rewarding. If you will ask me, what did you answer, Reina? So I can tell you that I answered them that I can teach both young kids and adults. I think I can teach them, so I answer them this way so that they would really consider me for the job. But I'm not telling you to answer the same thing, okay? If your experience is teaching kids and if you're comfortable with them, you choose that age group, especially if you're very rich in experience in this level, because when you come to China, it's your first 2 months will be very crazy because you have to adjust to a lot of things. So I suggest that you will choose the age group that you are comfortable with and you think you are confident to teach them. Okay. The next item on my list is they will also ask you about your teaching experience. How long have you been teaching and what are the age group that you have taught before? So this is a question that is also important for them because, for example, the Chinese agents company is accommodating schools and training centers. When we say training centers, it means it's like similar to tutorial center, but the setup is really different here. It's in groups, sometimes it's one-on-one, sometimes it is by topic like IELTS, TOEFL. So they will ask you this because they will try to match your experience to your possible employer. So you have to answer them honestly in this item. And then the next one is they will ask you about your available date. This is really, really important because let's say you will apply in June. Let's say you apply in June. The opening of classes here is different in the Philippines or in the other parts of the world. The opening of classes here is September. So if you apply in June and you are still working in the government or in a private institution, you have to tell them honestly when you can come, and make sure that all the papers from your previous employer is really fixed, and you will, let's say you will resign, at least you will ask the necessary permission to do so you won't have some troubles whenever you will come to China. Okay, next they will ask you about your other talents. This is particularly if you are applying for a teaching position for kindergarten. It was really funny before when I applied a kindergarten position in Shenzhen, that is in the southern part of China, and I did send a dancing and singing video and teaching video, all of these things, because they will know kung you're out of tune or are you a good dancer, because you know in the kindergarten you need to sing, you need to dance, and you need to do a lot of stuff, and they wanted to see if you're comfortable with it. But for high school and college, I think it's not really necessary. You have to know about this so that they will know if you are suitable for kindergarten position, if you would like to apply for a kindergarten position. And lastly, they will ask you about the reason, like to ask you why should we hire you, why you are the best person for the job. So this is a tricky question. So you can answer by sharing your experience or achievements in the field of education. When I was asked about this question, I did tell them that I'm very committed to my job. I am flexible and I am hardworking, and I share to them how my methodology in teaching and how I was able to make my students learn effectively whenever I have my classes in the public and private school, because I do have experience also in the private school. So these are the things that you have to know, and I hope and I'm praying that I was able to help you with this. If you have questions, please feel free to ask or comment in the comment box, and you can share to your friends as much as possible so they would also be aware of these things. You can also subscribe if you would like to do so that you will be updated with my vlogs and other videos that I'm going to share in the future. Thank you so much. My hair is still wet. I just showered in. I do this vlog because I made another video and I deleted it. It was crazy. So thank you for your time, and I'm really hoping you will get that job. And please do pray. If it is the will of God, if it's for you, it will be really for you. Have faith, be strong, and always keep dreaming. And God bless you. Thank you and good day.